Hey guys, it's Sal from House of Gaia Pythons. So in this week's video, we're going to talk about why I think Pieds and Clowns are so instrumental to the hobby. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so the first thing I wanted to go over is why I believe Pieds are so important to the hobby. The number one thing for me and why they're so important is that they bring so many people into this hobby. They're just visually stunning animals, and we are at a point now, which is great, that you can pick up a regular pied like the one I'm showing you right now for, you know, in Canada anywhere from usually about $350 to about $500 depending if it's a male or female. And as you can see, it's just a visually striking animal. The other nice thing with Pieds is that basically, for the most part, how they look when they're hatched, they look pretty similar the whole way through to adulthood. Of course, with any ball python, as they age, the colors become a little less vivid, but still an absolutely beautiful animal. And I think this is just a great way to get people introduced into the hobby and into reptiles in general. They make awesome pets, as we all know, and having something this visually striking, you know, especially if you have it in an enclosure, in your living space, living room, whatever, and you know, it's definitely going to be a focal point for conversation, as well as just visually stunning. So I think it's super important that Pieds are still going to be a huge part of this hobby, especially when we start adding in other genes. You know, like things, especially things that are going to brighten it, like Orange Dream or Yellow Belly. I have here that I'm showing you right now. This is our Yellow Belly Pied breeder male, and as you can tell, even as an adult, he's absolutely amazing. He made some absolutely gorgeous babies this year, which is another great thing with Pied, is that we're starting to understand, I mean, we've understood it for a while, but which genes are going to bring back pattern and which genes will take away pattern. So depending if you want to produce high white Pieds or low white Pieds, we have ways to kind of start doing that, which kind of broadens our market, because as we know, some people like high white and some people like low white. Now the majority of people are going to like the mid to low white Pieds, but I find that is more so when you start getting into breeding and really start understanding genes that we want these low white animals, and that's because we want to see a lot of that pattern, we want to see a lot of that color. Whereas sometimes people who are just getting into it, they want more of a white snake. They want to see more of that white. So it's just a great animal to get you into ball pythons. Another example I wanted to show you here is a little bit lower white, and these two girls here are my cinnamon yellow belly pied females that I produced this season. I've shown these girls off quite a bit already, but I just absolutely love them, and you can see you know, the variance within Pied itself. So that was the first point. I just wanted to bring that up, and why Pieds are so important, or why I think they're so important to our hobby and going forward as well. All right, so we went over Pieds. So the next thing I wanted to go over were Clowns, and why I believe that they are so important to our hobby. Now, obviously, if you're into breeding ball pythons, or if you've been researching, Clowns have pretty much taken over at this point. I think the other big dog would be Desert Ghost, but I think those three anyways, but we'll stick to Clowns for now. The reason I think Clowns are so important as well is I feel like I was saying, Pied brings you into this hobby. Clowns are making you stay into it, and I think as you grow as a breeder and you start to see some of the amazing combos that Clown brings, it's no wonder why when we see these new genes coming out, they are pretty much directly being put into Clown almost immediately, because we want to see how it reacts with Clown first. So I love Clown because there is so much variance within it. Even just a single gene form, you are getting such a variance within just a plain Clown. You have so much polymorphism, and then especially when you start introducing other genes, you know, we can reduce pattern, we can make pattern busier. I don't have too many examples of Clowns myself, but I do have a awesome boy here, and this is a stranger Clown. So this happens to be a pattern and color changing mutation. It's very sought after if you're a breeder. I'm really looking forward to getting this boy to start breeding and making some awesome Clown combos for us. Now, unfortunately, my lesser Clown female's in shed here, but I wanted to show you another spectrum of it. So this is a nice kind of lighter mutation. As it ages, it does brown out a little bit, but still a beautiful mutation nonetheless. So definitely, like I said, clown is still important. I feel like pieds kind of get everyone into it, and clowns are going to keep you around and keep you wanting to make more combos and see what else we can kind of figure out with clown. I feel like we've hit clown pretty hard within the last maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe even a little longer. I mean, it's an older gene, but we really started pumping, going into it. Sorry, I feel like once Justin Kabolka hit that, you know, the spot-nosed clown, and then especially the Batman, people were going crazy over clowns, and it's just amazing to see all the combos we have now today. So that's, I think, like I said, pieds are bringing people in, and we're staying for the clowns. So definitely a very important gene for the hobby. All right, guys, so I wanted to leave you off on this final note here and show off this one last snake. So of course, as we're talking about pieds and clowns, I have to show this boy off. So this is my male blade clown pied, my absolute favorite double recessive project going forward. I think that clown pied, the clown pied mix is going to be one of the best combos going forward, and I think adding Desert Ghost eventually, or Ultramel, that is going to be kind of where everyone's headed in terms of this project. I just feel like clown pied has such a great reaction with one another. You know, you're not getting, we didn't figure out that, you know, adding clown made a high white pied. We're still getting that clown head and the head stamp. So, and pretty much every combo I've seen so far, which aren't that many if you really think about it, there hasn't been too much done with clown pied yet. We've seen a lot of the orange dream, yellow belly, Enchi, leopard kind of stuff floating around, and anything in between that. But there's still so much to be done with it. I haven't seen a lot of dark genes been introduced into clown pied, which is, I'm really excited to see some of that. And I think this year we're gonna see some really, really awesome clown pied stuff, so I'm super excited. But yeah, I had to mention just mixing those two genes together, and I truly believe that is gonna be the future of both of these genes. And I know for myself, I'm gonna be working really hard on making some more clown pied combos and really starting to see what else we can do with it. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to do another video where if I'm gonna talk, I at least want to show you some awesome snakes. I hope you enjoyed that part. I really, truly do believe that pied and clown, you know, are kind of the top dogs of the industry right now. I know Desert Ghost is definitely up there, and it is for me too, but I just feel like clown pied really just, they take it for me. And especially thanks to pied to getting tons of new people into the hobby. And even just, you know, pet owners, because without people buying pets, a lot of us, you know, wouldn't be able to breed these amazing animals, because they are taking a lot of the animals that we don't necessarily want to breed anymore, but are still absolutely beautiful. And, you know, they can be, you know, awesome pets and great focal points, and, you know, for someone's living space. So, you know, we have to be thankful for all of them. No matter whether we want to hold them back to breed them or not, we got to thank everyone who's coming into this hobby, whether they're a pet owner or breeder. So I think pied definitely brings those people in. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope everyone's staying positive and focused out there, and we will see you next Saturday.